What's up, guys? It's your boy Blackrue again. Cute Indigo Saint.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer? Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting, so we binge on that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
My man Indigo. Alright, it's your boy Blackrue back again with another video. You can catch me on Benzinga on Monday. You can catch me on Gentleman Crypto on Thursdays and Saturdays. The information is below in the description. What's up, people? So we're going to be talking today about Web3. What is it really? It's kind of a continuation, kind of some promo for my video that I did with Gentleman of Crypto. So definitely go check that out. Before we get started here, just want check out my sister Veronica's Serenity Sounds. I really like this purple one here. It's just really nice sounds if you want to relax and go to bed, kind of get in the mood to just, woosah and sleep really nicely. Got to support my sister like she's done all my life. And let's see here. So this is a continuation what we're gonna do here today. My Gentleman of Crypto video. Definitely come out here and check out my Gentleman of Crypto video because we not gonna go a whole hour with this. But we gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it quick with all the hot facts. But if you come over here on the Gentleman of Crypto video, you're gonna get hit with some more stuff. Um, right here, guys, I wanted to say, come over here, check out some of my stuff here. But also, I just wanted to let you know some creators that I very much appreciate. I just added a featured, a featured channels description on the bottom of my site. As always, darkhorsewatcher.com if you guys want to sign up. But I just wanted to let you know down here. I just added featured channels that I really love. Crypto and Down, JJ and Asher L give you guys really great information. In fact, Asher is the one who contributed Filecoin, which I'm going to talk about today. I'm sorry, not Asher, it was JJ. Sorry, JJ. Talking fast, brother. So JJ actually contributed this on a Gentleman of Crypto show that I was watching. So I want to make sure you guys go and support him because he was nice enough to contribute this. Let me know what he was looking at. So go over there, support those brothers, subscribe to their channel. Guys know I do frequent connects with Underdog Crypto. It's my brother, love him so much right there. Gentleman of Crypto, I'm always on their channel. Benzinga, always on their channel. I contribute to Benzinga Crypto. Love Crypto Logic John. He gives some of the best videos on LCX. He gives the information in a different way I do, so you can definitely watch both him and I on LCX videos, LCX Partner videos. He does updates on the AMAs. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But definitely check out Crypto Logic John. Definitely check out Simon Family Investment Ventures. They do just lovely content on the General Crypto, but they have their own channel, so check that out too. Jump Out Girls, they do lovely content on General Crypto, but check out their channel too. I do constant content with the professor. Do stuff with Red Dad, Blue Dad, Crypto Kraco. He does definitely good LCX content. He goes deep on LCX, so definitely check him out. And definitely check out my man Best Damn Stock Show. He hasn't done a video in about a year, But maybe if he sees some of our community come over there and give him some subscribers, maybe he might start it back up. Who knows? Um, so yeah, let's get into this here. And well, let me come and talk to you right quick. So, Web3 basically what it means to me, and I know a lot of times, like I said in the Gentleman Crypto video, I feel like they market and package stuff to us, and we come. And when I say us, I mean not just black people, all of us. They market it to us, and they say, this is a brand new thing, and you come and find out what it's actually all about, and you're like, oh, so this is just that. Like I remember back in the day, we were talking about networking, and networking was a huge thing when I was in school. And when I just figured out it was just making friends and making contacts with friends, I was so pissed off. So just remembered watching Reggie Middleton. He was talking about um, metaverse, and he's like, "Oh, it's just the internet." I'm like, you know what, Reggie, you got a real big point on that. But to me, the metaverse is like Westworld. I don't know if you guys ever seen Westworld, but you find out a lot about Westworld, and you go like spoiler alert. You think the whole movie is about sentient robots, but you come to find out it's about data, and they're getting all these rich people here to kind of find out what pushes their buttons, what type of things motivate them into selling that data and manipulating that data. Sounds kind of familiar, right? But this is what Web3 is about. It's about really controlling your data. As a content creator, you guys are here, you're watching me on YouTube, but I don't necessarily have your email. Like, I don't have your email. You are subscribed to me, but I don't have your email. And I have to do all this extra stuff to really earn money if I'm not monetized. I'm not quite yet getting those hours up, so definitely share the channel to everybody. That's the biggest help to the channel. For real, guys, is the biggest help to the channel. Sharing it with people, having them subscribe so I can get those hours up. But people understand that YouTube has taken more and more from some content providers, and to try to actually make a profit, content providers have to now either do like webinars, or like now like sell like gold water, or now have to sell like merch, or now have to do the Patreon, which I do have, and thank you so much, patrons. um, and it also comes out to Web3 being about data access, or storing data on a data node. Excuse me. So you have a decentralized data node, and it's kind of centralized, decentralized data nodes, because if it was truly decentralized data, um, if you had some sensitive data, right, you would want to store it in a decentralized way, because there's no way for someone to kind of just bomb that data center and like get your data, you know, like gone forever. They can't really bomb it because it's decentralized. They don't know where that certain piece of data is. However, since it's centralized, decentralized data, if there's a piece of data that these companies don't like, they can decide to delete it. So understand that. Understand that it's not truly decentralized, but the whole point of it is still pretty a big thing for the future. So we're going to cover some projects here. And go watch my Gentleman Crypto show where I go over the top sectors here. But right now, I just want to point out, like, I don't know how many it is, like 4 or 5 ones that are real big leaders in the space. And if you're a Patreon member, you're actually going to get a list of more uh, Web3 leaders than this. Okay? So, big ups to the Patreon people. But one we're going to start with here is Graph. And Graph, they kind of bury the lead in what they do. They say it in a really nice way. Graph is an indexing protocol for querying networks like Ethereum and IPFS. So they also work with Filecoin, because the IPFS is the interplanetary file system. so you can query the file system for data. Anyone who can build and publish open APIs called subgraphs, making data easily accessible. Because before, in order to do that, you'd have to have this big, you know, database like a SQL or Postgres type database. You have to query it. You have to set up different things in the code base to query your data. But the graph has a API that just sets that up in an easy, great manner, especially for things on the blockchain. So applying this code and applying this to the blockchain and different things like you just said, Ethereum and IPFS, um, they have an easy API so people can get that data sorted in a very easy, quick, and fast manner. Um, which may only make sense to us geeks and programmers out there, but just imagine like I don't know what the best I don't know what the best example of that would be. Mm, so API is basically I forget the technical name for it, but let's just look it up. What is API? Application Programming Interface, which is a terrible explanation of it. So an API is basically like, okay, I'm designing some function, right? And I don't, you as the end user don't need to know the guts of it. You don't really need to know. Okay, here's a very, very simple example. So, if we were making something to make a radio player or an MP3 player, they're going to be like a couple functions for it, like play, fast forward, and rewind. As an end user, you really don't care how it plays, fast forwards, or rewinds. So, as a programmer, I'm going to make an API called play, and an API called rewind, and an API called fast forward. You don't really care how it does that at the end. You're just trusting that I know and that the API is going to do what it does because you paid me to make this API. So this is what the graph does. It has certain different functions, certain different APIs that allow people to quick sort and fast sort and like parse and analyze their data. So that's what you might be familiar with a baseball term called analytics. They compile all this data and they determine you're a good player by how many runs you bat in, like your runs above replacement, all these different statistical kind of APIs or these different statistical terms and stats that they gather up to determine that you're a good player. So the same thing goes with this kind of API that they're making for this data. They're going to make quick and easy functions that any programmer of the blockchain can go in and use and quickly sort and analyze their data. So I hope that makes sense. That's the real like gist of it. And I know like when I read graph for the first time, like the way that they use these nicey nice terms, I wasn't really up on what they were actually saying that they do. So that anyone can can build and publish an open APIs called subgraphs, making them data easily accessible. That's so flowery and sugary, and it's just like, okay, they're making they're making they're making these easy functions for you to asset to quickly access and grab your data um, in an easy way. So the reason why that's very important, because if you're using it on a blockchain, say like I don't know, only thing I can think of right now is like a government thing, like or baseball where we have analytics there. Um, say you're say you're like on a battlefield and you need to just quickly assess, okay, how many soldiers does the enemy have? How many weapons do we have? How much ammo do we have? Like stuff like that. Like easy, quick data crunches, so you can make a easy and quick decision. Another like easy data crunch would be the stock market, which brings me to our next coin, which is called Numeri. And I'm sorry this is going to be like a long one, but there's a lot to explain in this big area of Web3, and I'm trying to break it down with very easy, least common denominator stuff, so it's easy for everyone to understand. So, Numeri and Filecoin is also an investor in Numeri. Um, they gathered the best like data scientists in the world and let them build a machine learning model, basically a AI learning model on the stock market. So basically, they're claiming like they're the last hedge fund you ever need, and they're saying that, oh, Numeri is getting 27.87% up on their stocks, while one of these leading firms is doing like -3. So that's huge. That's really huge. You can tell you can tell someone, hey, we're outperforming the leading stock exchange for like one of the leading stock exchange firms. We're getting 27% on your money. Why would you go with these guys? You're getting -3. So really, you're getting 30% more than us with us. So where are you gonna put your money, right? And they do it through these like numerized signals. And I just signed up for an account. I'm gonna try to see what's up with this and let you guys know so I can give it to you guys as something you can try out if you want. But it seems like they said they had 500 stocks that they use. Just right off the bat, that makes me think that they're using the SPY, which is a ETF, like a basket of stocks. The SPY is the basket of stocks that's like the top 500 companies in the stock market, and like every like year or 2 years, they kind of reshuffle that depending on which companies are doing great or not doing great. Because I know like a couple years ago, like they put Tesla in that top 500 because Tesla's doing great. And I just wanted to show you that index here. This really is the index that says really how the whole stock market is doing. And just like crypto is going down like a lot. uh, and generally, a lot of hedge funds, not all of them, but many hedge funds kind of just invest in this because historically, if we come over here and look at the chart over here, let me see here. Let me get the advanced chart. I don't know why it doesn't. I think it does have me logged in because all my alerts are over there. So if we looked at this historically, that's one day. Now if we're going, we just so even back to Rona times, you can see historically it's just going up over time. So a lot of investment firms just invest in this because historically, since 2009, you get little recessions, but historically, it's just going up and up and up and up. So actually, when you get these kind of like droops in the SP and in the SPY, it's like really good buying times. So just like we got right here, we got a droop in this market down almost 100%. So, or I'm sorry, like 100 points. So it's a very good buying time in the market. But yeah, so Numeri saying, hey, we're doing 30%. We're crunching that data based off of these signals that we're getting from people who use our system, which you can think will only get better over time because it's a machine learning thing. It's an AI. So the more data you put into an AI, the more it learns. That's just like I don't know if you guys heard, but there was like this big thing about this Google computer becoming sentient. It's called Lambda, and it's their breakthrough conversation technology. One of their engineers came out and said, hey, it's gone sentient, and yeah. So Google engineer Blake Lemoine thinks Lambda AI has become sentient. So this is what AI is meant to do. The more data you feed into it, the more it kind of learns, the more it becomes, it just knows to make the right decision. And our brains work in the same way, right? It's like a baby just doesn't come out walking. Some animals do, but the baby learns to adjust. The baby learns, like, okay, after a couple falls, I don't do this, I do that, and then all of a sudden it's walking. It learns after making a couple sounds. All of a sudden, okay, it's talking in whatever language it's around. Um, and if it's around multiple languages, it becomes, it even uses its brain to kind of rationalize both of those languages. That's why they say like it's best for kids to learn multiple languages early, because your brain is moving so fast and there's so much stuff going on when you're young that you can like compute all of that. But I digress in them a little bit. But this is how AI works, just like the human brain. The more data you kind of feed into it, the more it tries and fails until it tries and fails and learns to quote unquote walk and talk. So very, very high on this numeri. And it also has, if we come over here and look at it, a low supply. Um, says max supply is 11 million. I know sometimes coin market cap is like wrong about what their current supplies are. So use CoinGecko if you really want to know the most current supply, because I know they said with arweave, which is another one we're going to talk about right here, the circulating supply is 33 million, but that is not correct. The circulating supply is like somewhere like near 64 million. So don't like use CoinGecko if you want um, the most up to date stuff. So armweave. Now we're moving on to armweave. It's similar to Filecoin, where it offers decentralized peer to peer data storage. So you know how we store our data in the cloud, right? So think about like Google Drive, right? Or iCloud. This is like someone like Apple or Google, they have servers in a centralized place and they store our data on these servers, right? So the reason why that could be a problem is, okay, if you know where these servers are at, you know like what these servers and the areas that these servers tend to store data. So say like the Midwest probably has a certain amount of servers located in a certain centralized place. So if I wanted to conceivably get rid of some data, I could go like I'm not gonna do this, but I'm just saying conceivably if this was something that someone wanted to do, they could go and bomb that place and get rid of that data. Um, so that's a problem, right? So income companies like Armweave, income companies like Filecoin, where they set up a peer-to-peer data storage. So if you kind of sign up with them and you're a miner with them, you're offering your storage with them, and they kind of pay you in Filecoin and Armweave to always have your storage up. Now, if someone puts data on there, you don't necessarily know where the data is. It could be split between all these different data nodes. Hence, decentralized data storage is almost even more secure. The problem comes in where it's like not necessarily decentralized data storage. It's like Zay and King always talk about with DeFi is centralized, decentralized data storage in that if they don't like your data according to certain regulators, um, you know, they can delete your data or they can give your data to the authorities if they think your data is not some data that they should have. Like, um, think of a certain guy that used to own a certain security company, a certain antivirus company. Like maybe if he put his data on their thing, maybe they would have to give it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just offering a hypothetical. You know what I mean? So if he put his data on their thing, that might be a piece of data that they would have to give up. He didn't do that, by the way, but just saying that would be a use case for storing data. Like you had a piece of sensitive data, you would opt to store it on a Filecoin or arweave because it's decentralized, it's almost more secure because no one really knows which one of those nodes is storing your data. However, since it's centralized, decentralized, there's no guarantee that they won't delete your data if they think it's not something they should keep. There's no guarantee that they won't give your data to the authorities if they think it's something that is that sensitive or it's like a national threat or whatever. Um, what differentiates Armweave from Filecoin is that they make a claim that their data is permanent, is perma-stored, stored permanently. So they have a huge amount of people that are kind of teamed with Armweave, and like it seems like all of these companies are kind of intermixing themselves, like all intermixing themselves, which sounds kind of funny. I'm sorry. So they're all mixing, and Armweave is actually I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is. Armweave is actually teamed with the Graph, so they can actually use the Graph's API to search um, data that they have on their servers. So that's good for the people who store data on Armweave. They kind of already automatically have the graph integrated in, so they can search their data real quickly like that using the API, right? Um, Now, here's the deal with that. It also means on the back end that since they're not totally decentralized, right? That they could use the graph to query your data as well. Um, who knows what the kind of rules are that are? Who knows the fine print or whatever? Um, so there's that too. But the fact that Armweave and the graph is also used, you can use the graph to query the interplanetary file system that Filecoin has. It's kind of like okay, the graphs kind of on both sides with that. They're on both sides of the decentralized um, data node cloud system. They're both with Armweave and with um, Filecoin. So those were the major ones that I think I wanted to. Oh, and Theta Network. So Theta Network gets more into the content creation, right? And Theta is pretty huge because if you look at the people who have the validator nodes on Theta, it's Samsung and Google and Sony, like a who's who of the biggest like companies in the world, right? And Sony owns part of Epic Games. They own the PlayStation. They sell tons of like equipment, like video cameras, stuff like that. Then of course Binance. We got some other people here, and then we also have YouTube co-founder is like he's real big and heavy into Theta. So if we come in here and look at it, it's kind of like a YouTube that gives you like that pays you in Theta, and also it pays the users in Theta too, I believe. So I'm not gonna download it right now to see what it's all about. I think I've downloaded it before, but feel free to come on here and download Theta. I'm probably gonna download it anyway just to see what they're all about. Maybe see if I can put my content on there, right? Get paid in some Theta right quick. Um, so yeah, there's them, and I think that's all I'm gonna go over today because this video is already really super long. We did Theta, we did arweave, we worked in Filecoin, and we also did Numerai. So I believe that's 5, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks so much, guys. This is a very, very, very long video, 30 minutes, and we definitely kind of went more in depth with these top 5 than I did in my general crypto video. So definitely watch them both though, because 19 Keys really broke down Web 2 or Web 3 in a really, really simple, easy to consume way. And I did that on the Gentleman of Crypto show. So definitely go break that down. I'll leave a link in the description to the show, and definitely go support 19 Keys. I love, 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 love how he just breaks stuff down. I love how he has these higher level conversations. Love 19 Keys. Definitely should go support that brother. Thanks so much for watching my show. Trying to cut out all these ums. I can't help it. Can't help myself. I gotta watch and check out some of my previous videos here, and have a good one, guys. Peace.